Alright, so this is going to be, sorry, but a late Costco sale item review. So I actually purchased this a while back, no longer on sale. I don't even know if Costco sells it anymore, but I figured I'd make a video just in case. Anyways, these are extension cords, and one has 3 USB ports, as you can see. 8-foot long extension cord, alright, with the flat plug. I bought these because the flat plug is nice, allows it to plug in and be out of the way. Alright, grounded outlet 6, USB 3, and surge protection. Here you go, 3.4 amps, 17 watt, 245 joules. I guess that's for just the USB devices alone. Okay, you can see here, 6 grounded outlets, 3 USB, and surge protection. Okay, you can see what the little one looks like. This is just going to be kind of more of a close-up look. Hopefully it will kind of help you guys if you're looking for something similar. Maybe if Costco doesn't have it, you can probably find it elsewhere. Alright, you can see made in China, and you can see distributed by Jasco Products Company. So I guess the brand is Jasco. There you can see. So if you're looking for it, look for Jasco. Alright, you can see the thing, 6 outlets, 3 outlets from each product, power 6 devices directly from the power source. Alright, 3 USB charging ports, charge 3 devices directly from one power source, 8-foot braided cord with flat plug cable. Alright, or indoor use only, do not use in wet conditions or wet locations. Alright, there you can see 3 grounded power outlets. Okay, also keep in mind 3 outlets, 13 amp, 125 volts, 1625 watts max. If you go over that, you will burn it out. So this doesn't even give you the full what you can normally get. Actually, I guess it does, because normally if you're running stuff for a long time, 12 amps is the max that you want to go. Alright, so if you're running close to the max wattage, 12 amps is actually the max you want to go. Alright, 80% of the outlet, which is usually 15 amps, 15 amps. Some outlets will have a 20 amp surge or breaker, and then if that's the case, you can go a little bit higher. But yeah, all right, here you go. I think 18, you can go up to 15 amps continuously. Go specifications for 30L plus 3 USB. All right, so they have that 125 volt AC, 13 amps, 1625 watt, 245 joules, 800 volt voltage protection. Okay, and then I guess this is, just in French or something. Alright, so this box opens very easily. I don't know if that's just how they pack it. There was no tape or anything on it, and they just kind of just throw it in there. Alright, looks like this. Nothing in the box. Alright, so they twist tied both of them together, it seems. Just like this. And it looks like they twist tie this paper with more instructions on it. Okay, some people are probably gonna be upset and be like, we don't need to see the box, just show the product. I mean, technically you can just see that on the box from the start. So but anyways, it looks like they both have these really nice long cables. This is actually really nice extension cords. I was not expecting, well, I mean, if I read the thing I would know, obviously, but yeah, I wasn't expecting 8 foot long for each. That's pretty long extensions, actually. All right, they each have these little covers to protect the prongs, and here you can see that's what it looks like. I'm not going to plug it into the wall because you know what an outlet extension how it works. You just plug stuff in. One other nice thing, if you noticed, one has the outlets going vertically this way, the other one has the outlets going sideways. So depending on your devices, because some devices they'll plug in and they'll have a long thing that sticks out this way, some will have a long thing that sticks out this way. So this is nice because it gives you both options. The only thing that kind of disappoints me is there's so much empty space here. They should have actually just put one outlet here, one outlet in the middle, and then one all the way over here. So that way you have a lot of room and you won't waste any space. Same thing with this one. There's an extra inch or so of space here. They could have moved this further up and then moved this, spread them out a little bit more, so you have a little more room. All right. On the back, there's nothing to mount it to a wall or anything. Sometimes outlets or sockets will have like little holes to mount it. This doesn't have that. Here you go, extension cord with surge protector. Here's the model LTS03HF2, and they have some other information there. Type 3 SPD. They have the rating, 125 volts, 60 hertz, 1625 watts. Right? I don't know if you guys need any of that. It's really hard to get this to be readable, legible. There you go. Instructions for proper use. Fully extend before using. All right, so you don't want to leave it all coiled up because then the magnetic field in the cables can mess it up. So yeah, for best usage, you actually want to leave it. Or you want to actually uncoil it, which is a lot of cable again to uncoil because it's 8 feet. So yeah, I mean, I've had cables that were used when they're all coiled up and they work fine, but again, it's best to have them like fully extended, not like completely like rolled up in a ball on itself like this. All right, then they have these more instructions and stuff here. What is this? That's not even in English. What about the other side? Danger. Okay. So again, electrical cords can be hazardous. If you use them wrong, you can cause fire or get electrocuted. Tells you to read both sides carefully. So they want you to read the English and the French side. At least I think that's French. I don't think that's, yeah, I don't think that's Spanish. Okay. All right. So basically it says not to use indoor cords outdoors. If it's damaged, obviously don't use it. Okay, make sure you don't go over the amount of wattage. Do not run it through doorways or holes in ceilings or walls or floors. Right? Make sure appliances are off before connecting the cord to the outlet. You don't want it to be already powered on because then it can make sparks. Fully insert the plug into the outlet. All right. Do not remove, bend, or modify any metal prongs. Right. So some people, they remove the ground prong. You don't want to do that. That can be very dangerous. All right. Don't use excessive force to make connections. Do not connect to a 3-prong. Oh, don't plug a 3-prong thing into a 2-prong hole. Don't use when wet, obviously. Avoid overheating it. Do not walk on the cord. And then to unplug it, you just make sure to grab by this, not by the, don't try and pull the cable out from this, obviously. All right, store the cords indoors and unplug when not in use. All right, and don't remove the tag. Anyways, we're just gonna plug one in just to show you guys how it looks. So you have an outlet. Normally the outlets will be kind of stacked up like that. So here you can see, you can plug it in like that. I think these outlets might be a little closer than normal outlets. I don't know. What do you think? Anyways, we can plug one there. I don't know if we can plug both of them at the same time. So they're not angled enough to do that, I don't think. Yeah, you can see they stack on each other. Let me see with a normal outlet. I'm going to test that real quick and I'll be back. Okay, so even on a normal outlet, you can't plug in both of these at the same time, which kind of makes sense. It kind of sucks because then you can't have 8 foot one way and 8 foot going the other way from the same outlet. But it kind of makes sense because they don't want you plugging too many devices into one outlet. Again, you are limited to 1625 watts. Even if you're splitting it between, you can't like plug in both and then do 1625 watts and 1625 watts. You'll blow out the breaker. So keep that in mind. The total for the wall outlet, and some circuits will even have like multiple outlets spread out throughout a room. You don't want to combine them all. Okay, I mean combined, you don't want to have more than that 1625 or 1800 watts. Anyways, we'll open this up, give you kind of a close look. let's see, there's probably nothing useful in here for you guys. You just plug it in, obviously. So fully extend before use. Okay, I think pretty much all the same information. Don't go over 1625 watts. If you do, you can melt it and stuff. So yeah, right, limited lifetime warranty. You can read that, pause and read that if you want. Here's the warranty replacement procedure. You call them, get a RMA number. They'll tell you to ship it, or they'll send you a label to ship it to them. And then after you get the label, you return it, and then they will send you a new one, I'm guessing. Okay. So you have to make sure to have the return authorization number. If you don't, then they're not gonna send you a new one. And you'll have to send the surge protector and a copy of the sales receipt for the product with your name, address, phone number, and description of the issue. Then they have all these FCC stuff. Okay. It's not allowed to cause harmful interference and must accept any interference received. Right? Even if it causes it to operate undesirably. Interesting. Alright. So basically what they're saying is the AI robots can take control of our electronics and mess us up. Mess things up. Anyways, there you go. You can read all of this yourself. Anyways, it says not to modify it. Alright. Then you get a warning here. And yeah, I'm assuming the other side's in French. And yes, that is. So that's pretty much all there is. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you see these or if you're looking for something similar. Again, keep in mind, if you do plug this in, alright, depending on your other outlet socket setup, it might block the other plug, okay? It's nice and flat and flush, so this design is really good for putting behind like furniture. Like if you have a couch or something in front of your outlets, you can plug this in over there, and then you can have this like going around or underneath the couch to come out, so that way you have outlets that are reachable even though the couch is in the way. So that's one nice thing about this flat flush design. All right, it doesn't really stick out much, and you can push furniture up against it, no problem. You don't have to worry about it bending or breaking this. All right. Also the cabling here, if you notice, it's flat. Okay, it's not like round. So yeah, very easy to manage. The only thing with the flat cables is you can only bend it like one way, so you kind of have to carefully like over a long like span to turn it sideways like that, because you can't twist this wire like sideways. It has to go along the flat side. Okay. And again, if you plug one of these, you can plug another regular outlet thing here, or a regular plug here, but you can't plug two of these stacked to get like one on top and one below, because this thing will get in the way. I don't know why they didn't just make it come out the side this way, but I guess by design they probably don't want you plugging in both into one outlet. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Alright, so I forgot one thing I can do to make this video a little bit more useful. I got these different types of plugs. You can see we got this one. These are like from routers, so you can see we can plug those side by side. If we have like a laptop plug, we can also fit that, no problem. Okay, and again, like I said, some outlets like this one, it would plug this way, it would take all the outlets. So this one, where it's facing the other way, it's pretty useful. Okay, but again, depending on the way your plug goes, this would not be useful here. You see, this blocks and gets in the way, but you can put one of these. Okay, and maybe we can get away with fitting one of these. No. So yeah, so it really depends what kind of outlets you're using. Like we can maybe fit this on here with it. You can see we can fit that square with this. It's really, really close. It's actually like scraping on it there. So it really depends what kind of plugs you have. Again, if I were to plug this same thing on this, it blocks all three. Or you can put it down here, obviously, but then it's kind of hanging off and it's not as good. And it's still blocking one up here. So it really depends on your plug design. Depending what you want, you can use it for specific uses. There you go. And then we can plug these in. And we still have one more perfect fit. So there we go. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.